What's good with you guys, man? I'm back with another YouTube video today, and we got another paternity court video as usual. I told you guys in my last video, if you guys haven't watched my last video, you guys should. But I said that I was gonna be posting like way more consistently, cause like what I was doing them last few weeks, you know what I'm saying, that's unacceptable. And I'm gonna say it. Like, my growth has kind of slowed down. Like, we're really close to 1,500 subscribers. We probably should hit it before, like, really the end of today. But, you know what I'm saying? The growth has slowed down, but that's okay, though, because we gonna keep growing. You know what I'm saying? It's a marathon and a sprint. Ain't nobody about to be famous, and, you know, I'm just glad that I got you guys. You know, some people might be like, oh, 1.4 thousand subscribers. That's not even a lot. Well, it's a lot to me. And just seeing the support that I get from you guys, I just want to say thank you. Like, I see the same names comment all the time. Like, shout out to y'all, man. You know? And I don't want to hold you guys any longer. I don't even ever do this. But for this video, let's see if we can get to 30 likes. I feel like 30 is a cool number. If we can get to 30 likes, I don't know. Let's just get to 30 likes. Let's see if we can. Just see if we can. And I ain't gonna keep you guys waiting any longer. Let's get into this video.
Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Connor versus Wallace.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Good day. Mr. Connor, you say a one-time fling with the defendant turned into more than 15 years of child support payments and even...
We 20 seconds in. I don't know why something funny always happened like this soon into the video. She heard the judge say one-time fling. It was like, what? I guess that's news to her. Like, nigga, one time? We about to hear it in a minute.
Jail time for a child you have never believed is yours. You need today's results to prove you are not her child's father. Ms. Wallace, you and your husband claim the plaintiff knows he is your son's biological father and want him to pay what he owes when the results prove it today. Mr. Wallace, you say you trust your mother, but acknowledge Mr. Connor's recent actions have given you doubt. Mr. Connor, explain to the court why today's results are so important.
Today's results are so important, Your Honor, because I need to undo a terrible injustice that's been inflicted upon me and my family. It's caused a lot of problems, financially especially. It's times when I can't afford things. I've even been to jail. 2005, November the 5th until January 2006.
For failure to pay child support.
For failure to pay child support, that is correct, Your Honor. And there was no home for me to go to. I lost that. I lost my car, I lost my job. I was 36 years old. I had to start all over. It's making my character look real bad, Your Honor. And I know for a fact that she know he's not my son.
2.5 months in jail.
Yes.
Child support in arrears.
Yes, I still owe $610. They're taking $70 a week. Yes, I'm broke.
Your Honor, he just wants off child support. For one, it was more than just a one-night fling.
You know Jeffrey isn't my child, and I have you on Facebook.
You can quit pointing your fingers because I'm an adult.
But no, you're not. No, you're not. What kind of adult?
I'm 42 years old.
Their child
I'm 42 years old, Your Honor. I raised my 3 kids by myself. You not one time knew what I had to struggle and go through
because I know he's not by myself.
All right, so I'm not sitting up here whining and talking about what me and my kids had to go without eating. My son Jeffrey had holes in his shoes and growing up going to school.
That's his dad's fault.
Mama had to, yeah.
That's his dad's fault.
Okay. Who is his father then?
You know, I don't.
Who is this? You said you know.
It's not me.
You said you know.
Ms. Wallace.
Not me.
Tell the court, you say your son had to grow up without...
Yes. Ask Jeffrey. Ask him. He went to school with holes in his shoes.
Why was you telling him for years that another man was his father as well?
Jeffrey, have I ever told you that another man was your father? Ask my son, Your Honor.
Let's pause, and I want to go back a little bit and understand. Mr. Connor, you say the relationship with Miss Wallace was a one-night stand.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that? Do you remember this relationship, encounter?
There wasn't a relationship. I met her through a family member. We all used to hang out a little bit, here or there in the fall. We came together one time, and up on penetration, she changed her mind, and that was that. I never knew anything about Jeffrey. She had a friend who told me, oh, did you sleep with Wanda? I said, no, not really, sorta. Then I told her what happened. There was penetration. I told her the story. And then she said, well, I just wanted to tell you, she was pregnant already.
So I want to understand your testimony. You're saying that you did start to have a sexual encounter.
Yes.
But then at some point, Miss Wallace, changed her mind?
She changed her mind.
She said she didn't want to do it?
Yeah, she changed her mind.
And you said, fine, because no is no.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you gotta respect no is no, but that would be so awkward. Like, oh my God, like I would be embarrassed. Like what the fuck? I mean, it ain't nothing you could do about it, you know. Like she said, no is no. I'm heavy on that. No is no, bro. Like, don't be a weirdo about it, bro. Like, if she don't want you, she don't want you, bro. I mean, it is what it is, bro.
You never completed the act?
No.
And it never lasted more than one night? You never had sex again?
No.
That's not true either.
What do you remember, Ms. Wallace?
I remember him and I being in a whole year relationship, and we had sex numerous of times, Your Honor. And he did know.
See, when I hear stuff like this, I'd be like, damn, how does one person literally only remember y'all having sex once and he didn't even finish? But she remembers them having years of relationships and multiple times. Like, you think if you had sex with somebody, you would remember. You know? Like, that's why I don't understand how two people can have two different outlooks on the exact same thing. So, we just gonna have to see.
I got sick. How I found out that I was pregnant. I got sick. My mom taking me to my doctor's appointment, and that's when I found out I was 2 months pregnant. And I called you and I told you.
You
Back
never
then
told
we
me.
had you a lie.
You never told
Back
me.
then we had pagers. Shut your lying butt up.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let
Back
me-
then we had pagers.
You popped up with him
I
when he was
messaged him.
20
Your Honor.
years
Can I
old.
please
Mr.
talk?
Connor, I'm going to give you a chance to respond. I promise I will give you a chance to respond.
He very
Ms. Wallace,
disrespectful.
I want you to speak and I want to hear what you're saying. You
Yes,
say,
ma'am.
Do you remember the day you told him?
I do not remember
Do you remember how you told him?
I never
Yes.
heard about
Hold on,
pregnancy.
Mr. Connor.
Oh, over the phone.
So you called him?
Yes, I called him and we spoke over the phone. We used to have, as he called it, phone sex. So anyways, we will talk over the phone all the time. And yes, when Jeffrey was born, yes, I did take our son over to his father's house. And when the stuff hit the fan is when I popped over his house. It was another female there.
This gotta be so awkward for you to hear your mom say stuff like this, bro. I wouldn't even want to be in the courtroom, hear my mom talk about having phone sex and shit. Oh my God, that's so nasty, bro. I feel so uncomfortable for him right now. Like, I get he's 24, but still, don't nobody ever want to hear nothing like that. Like, come on, man.
His sister told me that he was upstairs with another woman. And
All right, pause right there. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
Alexa, ask.
Ms. Wallace is saying you.
I know it's weird for you guys because now that I have ads on my videos and then I still got to watch ads, trust me, once I'm going to get YouTube Premium and y'all won't have to sit through any ads anymore, I promise.
All were intimate for a year, and when she found out
any ads from the video that I'm watching.
she was pregnant, she called you.
Relationship at all, Your Honor.
Do you remember? Do you remember being told she was pregnant?
Only by the friend, and I blew that off because a penetration act, she intentionally done this. That's a crime, what she did. She knew
And why would she intentionally trap you?
At the time, I was doing pretty good. So I had a little BMW. We were young. Couple of them. I was watching them. I say, all of a sudden, here come the child support. I think maybe she thought I had a little money as well. Maybe.
So can I ask you, you say you saw Jeffrey when he was 3 or 4 months old. She brought him over. Both of you all at least agree on that. I want to know when's the next time you saw him.
I seen him when he was 5. He came to my mother's funeral, repast.
And you agree to that, Miss Wallace?
Yes, ma'am.
That happened.
Your Honor.
And
yes.
during the time from 3 to 4 months to 5 years old, did you all ever have conversations about Jeffrey at all?
Yes, me and her.
Yes, he
had a couple
told
of
me that he wanted to be in his son's life. I told him I did not want to be in a relationship with him. You know.
You're a professional liar.
And you.
My nigga said, she a professional liar. Are you serious? Come on, bro. Come on.
You know what? I'm not going to even, disrespect you because I'm a woman.
That's not disrespect. You committed a crime.
Like I said, Your Honor, this man, he wanted to be with me, and I did not want to be with him.
All right, but did you discuss Jeffrey and
yes.
whether or not you were going to raise him?
Our discussion was
child support.
He wanted me to be with him in order to be in Jeffrey's life. I should not have to be in a relationship with a man in order for him to even help with his child. The courts told him and gave him a date.
I wasn't there.
He never showed.
I didn't get served.
Oh, God. Yes, he did, Your Honor.
And I understand how that happens. Trust me. That's
It's
called
a default.
It's right. It's called a default judgment. And if the father doesn't show up to court,
yes,
he will be named the father by default and required to pay court-ordered child support. Regardless, you're here now. You've suffered all the consequences of that. And I honestly say to myself, Mr. Connor, he must really believe that he's not this young man's biological father. Because the truth is, they've put you on record as the legal father.
Yeah.
That's why you're responsible for support.
Yeah.
And I can't really understand that, except for the fact that you truly believe you are not his biological father.
Yes. I know.
Jeffrey, I want to ask you, I know this testimony has been difficult. I thank you for being patient. Can you tell me, when was the first time you met Mr. Connor?
The first time that I met Jewett here, that I recall meeting, I was like, 10 years old at that point. I remember my mom, some other family members were riding around East St. Louis, and we decided to stop through this drive-through liquor store. And one of my family members was like, hey, that's your dad.
So when you see this man and they just casually say, this is your dad, does he say hello to you?
Yeah, he said, hey, but it wasn't like a conversation further than that because I just hurry up and got back in the back seat because I'm like, I don't have a dad. So like, how can any member of my family just say, hey, that's your dad? Because prior to then, no one really spoke to me, that I recall, spoke to me like, hey, this is your dad and everything. So prior to that particular point, I never really thought like, hey, who's my dad? There wasn't a thought for me. But after the liquor store incident, that's when I started wondering and everything.
All right.
We ended up, so after I started asking Mom a lot of questions, I guess she was like, hey, it's time for you to actually hang out with this side of your family. So that summer, after church, we go over there. But when I was there, I spent more time with his sister and my cousins and everything. And so,
Mr. Connor, do you remember this time when Jeffrey came to visit your family?
Yeah, I do kind of, sort of. I came over there and he was already there and my wife asked me who he was.
I'd like to hear from your wife. Ma'am, please stand and step over to the podium. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'd like to know what you know about this situation.
When Jeffrey was 10, we came home one day to the house, and he was sitting on the couch, and I just asked Jewett, who is that? And he said, that's Jeffrey, and I already knew the situation. He had already told me.
What had he told you?
That basically they wanted to put a baby on him. He attempted to have sex with her, and...
At this point, when Jeffrey was 10, was your husband paying child support for Jeffrey?
Yes, he was paying child support for Jeffrey already. and we didn't see Jeffrey again until he was, I want to say maybe like 15 or so. He stopped by the house one day.
And you didn't make any effort to stay in contact with him?
Oh, I did. I reached out to him on social media because he wrote a big paragraph on Facebook saying, you know, where's my dad and why was I never part of your family and, you know, that kind of stuff. So I called, I asked Jeffrey for his number and I had Jewett to call him, and Jewett told him, you know, I'm not your dad. That's why you didn't spend time with the family.
Do you remember writing that?
I do. I do. There was this particular scene from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when Will is like having a conversation with his dad, and his dad is like trying to leave and basically not be a part of his life anymore. And that kind of just like really hit home for me. I decided to express myself on Facebook, and then as Ms. Trina said, she did reach out to me, and they kind of both told me at that point that it's a possibility I may not be his child. And that was the first time I ever heard that. So it was kind of like just earth-shattering at that point for me. And then when I hear them say, hey, I may not be his child, it got me thinking like, darn, my presence on this earth just made a negative impact on someone else's life.
Oh,
no.
And,
no. Because your mother loved you with all her heart. You know that. You my twin. And I showed love for ever since the day that I had you. You are my world. And I played the mother and father role because I knew what he was denying you. So I made it the best, I did the best that I could do.
All right.
Man, a situation like this should just like never ever happen. Like, even if she was sleeping around and nobody has even confirmed that, even if she was, even if you know 1,000%, like, as the woman that you know that this is your baby's daddy, if he's skeptical, make him get a test. Like, let's just cut that while the kid is young. Because now this boy is 24, this man is 24. He didn't grow up without his father. Like, you know, like, he didn't grow up without a dad. He can't do nothing. Like, he can't never get none of them memories back. He's 24 years old. You know? Like, he can't never... I don't know if he ever played basketball or football or something. He can't never have his dad at his games. He can't never talk to... Well, he still can talk to his dad about sports and stuff. But, you know, like, just those defining moments as a young man, like, you never gonna have those. Like, and that's why both of y'all, this guy and his mom, should be faulted. Because it's like, bro, cut that short early, you know? Like, why are you waiting so long? He's 24 years old. There's no reason for you guys to have waited 24 years to begin this test. Thank God it happened, but still, it took too long. Way too long.
In a one household parent.
And I need you to allow Jeffrey to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Because really
yes,
it is about him.
Yes,
and he does deserve the opportunity to say what he feels. Yes. He shouldn't have to post it on Facebook. He should be able to say it face to face to Mr. Connor and to you, to everyone. Yes. It's his truth.
Yes, Your Honor. I love my son with all my heart.
That's your son.
I love him with all my heart.
You victimized.
No, hold on, Mr. Connor. See? This is a moment that I need you to understand. I brought up your son, and then you brought up Mr. Connor. I brought up your son, you brought up Mr. Connor. I brought up your son, you brought up I brought up your son, It goes back to you. I love him. We know that, but what I'm saying is, in this moment, this is just about him.
Yes, ma'am.
Because as much as you love him, that doesn't change the fact that when he watched that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode, he did not write about why he didn't have a mama, because he had one.
Yes, ma'am.
He wrote about why he didn't have a father.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
I think we need to get the results.
Yes, ma'am.
Jerome? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows.
From chapped lips to dry, cracked hands, I spread the love with Aquaphor Healing Ointment.
In the case of Connor versus Wallace, when it comes to 24-year-old Jeffrey Wallace, it has been determined by this Court, Mr. Connor, you are not the father.
God damn. God damn. Jesus. I low-key wasn't expecting that. We haven't gotten our not in a while. Like, if you guys watched my most recent videos, like, well, I probably shouldn't spoil them. God damn it, I didn't said it already. If y'all guys have watched my most recent videos, y'all know, like, it's been a whole lot of URs. So, whoa.
I knew it. She committed a crime. She set me up. I knew this all the time.
I understand you are frustrated, and I understand you have been through a lot. I want to turn my attention to Jeffrey. So, Jeffrey, are you all right, honey?
Not really. Yeah, not really. More so because of my mom. She was very, very, very adamant that Jewel was the dad, so that made me more adamant as well.
I know.
And I just want to apologize first. Like, I know it's nothing that I've done.
You don't have to.
But
you're a great person.
Thank you.
You're a very great person.
And it's just like,
I would have loved you to have been my son, but I just knew.
At this point, I never, like, before this whole incident, I never even knew that there was another possibility.
That's okay, and that's why we have Dr. Jeff here for you, for all of you, because this isn't easy. Family issues, family things.
Ma'am, you can't come up here. Stay here. You stand behind the podium.
Nah, don't try to play the victim now. It's a damn shame. You done made this man pay child support. He been to jail for 2 months. You evil. That's what the fuck I'm saying. That bitch is evil. I'm sorry, bro. Like I said, if you not sure, don't just pin it on that nigga, bro. If you know that you had sex with other niggas and shit, and from what that guy said, oh damn, from what she never denied that, what the other guy said, that they didn't even fully have sex. Like, he said there was penetration, but he didn't, like, you know, she changed her mind before he even got done. Like, and I never heard her deny that. I never heard her say that wasn't true. I never heard. So, like, that's literally a crime. Like, what he's saying is right. Like, you literally just pinned a child on this man. This man been to jail for 2 months. This man, just everything. Like, he said he was broke. Like, y'all taking $70 out of his bank account every month. Like, that's fucked up that women can do shit like this. She should go to jail for that. I swear to God. I'm not even like, people really say I'm against women, bro. I love women, but bro, women like this should go to jail, bro. I don't know for how long, bro, or she should be fined. She should have a consequence, bro. I don't care if he didn't come to court and he missed a court day and he was named the biological father. I don't care. You can't just put a child on a man and make him pay child support, and then when he don't pay child support, he goes to jail. Like, you ruining this man's life, all for a child that's not even his in the first place. You should go to jail for that. But that's fucked up.
Love you.
Love you too.
I want you to take advantage of the counseling and the resources, and I wish you all the very best. Court is adjourned.
Thank you.
All right, man, that's the end of the video. If you guys made it this far, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We almost at 1,500 subscribers. We are 10K coming soon, man. Y'all know 10K is coming really soon. If you guys haven't followed me on Instagram or Twitter, they're in the description. My Twitch, I'm telling y'all guys, once I'm about to save up, get a PC, and we're gonna start streaming on Twitch, and it's gonna be going crazy. Like, everything that I can't react to on here, like divorce court or personal injury court, or like the TLC videos, like the Smothered, and somebody told me to watch 1,000 Pound Sisters. Like, I can't watch all that shit on YouTube because it's gonna get copyrighted. But if I watch it on Twitch, it won't matter. So, you know what I'm saying? Just bear with me. I just got monetized on YouTube, man. Y'all see the ads on the videos. So just give it time. Save up, get a PC. We're going to go dumb on Twitch. So you might as well follow me now just so when it happens, you know. And I will see you guys soon, man.